Hey guys, I'm back. So I was going to do a different video, but then I thought, I haven't been doing YouTube videos for a while, I wanted this one to be a bit more celebratory. So I thought that I would do a special kind of top 5. And that is, obviously, as you can tell from the title, the top 5 movies that I think are the funniest. Now, I think that several movies are funny. Some are unintentionally funny, some are laugh out loud, some are in the middle. And I'm going for the laugh out loud ones. Now, I'm not saying that these 5 are the only laugh out loud ones, but they're the ones that I can rewatch again and again, and I will never stop thinking that they're funny and won't ever stop sharing for that reason. And there are some in the back of my head that could fall into like the top 5 to 10, but then I thought, I don't want this to be a very too long video, so I'm gonna go with the special top 5 that are really, really, really funny. So starting off our list is Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. I remember about 3 years ago, I think, my family and I just got ITV, and this was one of the first movies that we decided to buy rather than wait to see if it could one day be rentable. That's how good the trailer was. And I would say that this is more action-packed than funny, but, well, I couldn't resist the prison break with Ain't That a Kick in the Head, or the giant screen where they mimic a guard's eye movements through the same corridor that Ethan and Benji are hiding. And not to mention, Benji is very, very, very funny. Almost every line he says really cracks me up. Though, when he needs to be taken seriously, he is. And I don't know, I don't want to spoil each and every set that is funny, but I will mention the blue equals glue, red equals dead. Well, you have to really decide in a very fast-paced moment if you should laugh at the moments or be terrified for the characters, even though this isn't a horror movie. And now taking the 4th spot is Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. Now, as for the Transformers movies, they've always been a mixed bag for me. I actually really enjoyed the first one. I had the DVD for a long time, but I just refused to watch it. I don't remember why, but then a friend of mine was over, we watched it, I fell in love with it. But the sequel, I love so much more. I know that I'm in the very, very, very low minority here, but that's just my opinion. And it also comes from the fact that I laughed out loud so much, and there's no way I would be able to watch this entire thing and keep a straight face for more than 20 minutes. Not just because of the humor, but also because of the amazing action set pieces and the amazing story. And, well, I don't usually laugh at very R-rated material, but this one doesn't just excuse swearing for comedy. It utilizes very fast dialogue, sort of like The Social Network, and just makes it so that the jokes are flying and you understand each one. It's you can't believe what you're seeing sometimes, and so much so that it's great but not really disturbing. And not to mention, I think it might be the funniest, like, meltdown on screen ever thought of when Sam is in his first astronomy or so lesson and he realizes in 32.6 seconds that Einstein was wrong and that energy is, I don't even know, of different galaxies, I don't know! Not to mention, I can't believe how good Shia LaBeouf was, just phoning in those... Yeah, you know? You probably never want me to do that again. Okay, I won't. And also, this movie is 2.5 hours, and some people say that it's very overlong, like the other Transformers movies. In my opinion, the 4th one is way overlong. But, well, I race through this movie every time I watch it. It really doesn't feel like 150 minutes to me. So, for all those reasons, it's number 4. Most of all because it's funny. Now coming in at number 3 is the 2009 film Aliens in the Attic. Well, Revenge of the Fallen was also in 2009. But anyway, Aliens in the Attic used to be my favorite film ever. And why? Because, yes, it was so funny that I choked and I was on the verge of dying because there were more jokes flying and my lungs were begging for air, but my brain just couldn't process it without laughing out loud. but also just because of the interesting story about, well, aliens coming and the kids keeping it a secret from their parents because there is actually a reason for it. And, well, I know that, yes, it's unoriginal, and my score on Weldon Witness right now, the website that I own, is a B+. I think primarily because they're in one of the big climaxes, there's no way the aliens wouldn't have been seen by the parents, and just a few moments where the kid seems slow, but honestly, like, Robert Hoffman is the best slapstick voodoo doll I think I've ever seen. I could watch that paralyzed Ricky just run around at their control for days or even weeks without me getting off of my couch. I would never grow tired of him. And just all of the jokes flat out work, which makes Aliens in the Attic number 3. But mostly because all the jokes that do work are at the expense of Robert Hoffman's character Ricky, and it's just the ultimate weapon. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And coming in at number 2 is Spy, the Melissa McCarthy action thriller comedy from Paul Feig. So, I remember I wasn't the biggest fan of The Heat, don't hate me. I just wasn't. But then when I saw Spy, I was laughing so hard my family was staring at me like I was a weirdo. Usually when the joke is over after about 5 seconds, I might calm down. With Spy, I kept laughing all throughout. I'd say that half of the jokes are suitable for kids and families, but don't show this movie to a kid. No, they won't be able to take it. But yeah, some of its humor is not very excusable. I love the delivery of every actor's lines. I love the hilarious wardrobes that Melissa McCarthy's character Susan Cooper is given. In fact, there are laughing at a shirt with all of the family of their gardener. Even that's funny, even though it sounds like the most boring thing in the world. Jokes come, and I don't think 2 minutes or 3 minutes went by where I wasn't laughing at something. And I thought that The Heat was kind of loud, but now I want to rewatch The Heat because Spy, it does everything correctly, even though it shouldn't work. It's a spoof of James Bond, and it's better than any James Bond movie I've ever seen. Granted, I've only seen 3 and parts of Casino Royale, the latest Casino Royale, but there have been other spoofs of this, but Spy is the first one to get it done, in my opinion, perfectly. But there's still one more movie that I think is funnier, and that one is Max Keeble's Big Move. Yeah, I don't think there will ever be a movie that is funnier than this one. It's all just perfect. I mean, yeah, it's an A+ movie. And, well, and I just love it, love it, love it. It's a phenomenal film, and I wish it was more well known. It features the best food fight in cinematic history. It features 4 outrageous and crazy spoofed up villains that are so fun to be seen taken down. And well, let me think. What are some of my favorite pranks? Well, there was one where they changed up the billboard. There was one where let's see, where they stole this greedy guy's handheld, Dobbs, and like his reaction was pretty priceless. And I think most of the very funny ones are directed at Larry Miller's character, Jindrake. But some of the pranks aren't even done on him, he just does them by mistake, like leaving the red light on and putting pencils up his nose to just... I mean, yeah, cute, but more funny, because, I don't know, Jindrake was not a cutie. Definitely not a cutie. And I also love when Max is able to get back at this very mean teacher that just punishes him when it's not his fault, as in his words. Like, there are some very simple ideas for humor in this film, like Max just biting into a fake apple. And that's not really funny. It doesn't sound funny coming out of my mouth. But the delivery is just perfect. This is a very colorful movie as well. It's fun to look at, and so you're never really asleep when a joke comes. You're always looking around at all the different places there are. And you look at all the costumes, all of the set designs. mostly at the school, and it makes it all the more effective. And and the food fight certainly doesn't shy away. If there ever was a food fight that I ended up in, or anyone ended up in for that matter, I doubt it would be as incredible as this one. And there wouldn't be the perfect song Aim For Me, which sounds like and vomit. I think you get the point. This is an inspiring, funny, and amazing film, and it definitely deserves the #1 spot. Okay, so that was very fun to do. So I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I'm going to make another one really soon. And, well, what are your favorite movies that are very funny? Whatever they are, I would love to hear about them, and I'll see you around. Thanks again for watching another one of my videos.